Okay, so for the person who is disciplined, okay, they are committed to life. Simple. And we have to understand this, that it's not commitment to anybody else. We are committed to life itself for living. Okay, so first thing is that. But at the same time, these people, whoever are disciplined, are also flexible. What generally we think is, okay, they are very disciplined, so they will not at all be flexible, not adjust, and they'll be very rigid. No, a self-disciplined person will always be equally flexible also. Wherever required, as per the requirement, absolute necessity, they will be automatically flexible. It's very important. So that is the self-discipline part. Next comes the conscious behavior. Okay. Now, whatever we are going to learn in the yamas is basically, it's a conscious awareness, hosh ke saath behavior, so that the whole thing is, our attention generally even now is maybe on others. The attention is on the self. That is when it's conscious yama. Yama will naturally become, yamas are virtues basically. They will come naturally if your attention is on yourself. Currently what happens is our attention is on others. Now even when we are doing ahimsa, when we were trying to understand, then people like Surya and all were saying that, oh, we are speaking on violence. But the point again I'll say is that if I don't diagnose, I can't remedy it. So we had to diagnose. Generally on the technical level in society, himsa is actual physical violence. That's what we learnt, and it was correct actually. But when we enter somewhere closer to the spirit, when we start doing yoga, or we start understanding that there is more to this, more to just eating, sleeping and procreating, that is when we turn inwards a little bit. That time we understand that, okay, violence is not only physical, there is more to violence, and we start experiencing it. So inward, even when we do little prayers also, forget about even religiously, that time also we understand that the mind is also, taking part in the violence. But we don't know the solution, and we don't know that it is violence. And now when we know little bit of spirituality also, little bit of turning inwards, it's very natural that, okay, physical violence out of question, that though is not even coming in our zone, but there are other things which is violence. So that's why we have to tackle it. How we tackle it? With kindness, love for the self and then for others. If I am not kind to myself, I cannot be kind to anybody. People will say this person is kind, but it will only be an act. It will not come out of your true self. This is where Satya will also fall now. Because जो सच है वो ही बाहर आएगा. Whatever is your true self, that will be reflected outside. So if you're kind inside, you can be kind outside. The action may look kind or may not look kind, but it will be of kindness. Like a mother giving medicine, bitter medicine to a child. It's not a kind act, but it is kind, because the mother wants the child to heal. So then it will look like the person is violent or maybe not kind, she's not kind, she's very harsh, whatever. The mother is reprimanding a child, tu theek ho ja, sahi kar, something like that. So as far as possible, pay attention to yourself when you're doing this. This, whatever reprimanding or scolding is happening, should not come from the space of hatred, malice, disgust, एंगर, ये सब नहीं चाहिए. अटैचमेंट ज़्यादा हो जाता है तो गुस्सा बहुत चढ़ जाता है. सो देन इट स्टार्ट्स टर्निंग इनटू वायलेंस. दैट यू नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. सो यू डू योर एक्शन, बट with awareness, without attachment. So for this I'll tell a story. Everybody knows this story usually. This is a story of a snake. Now there is a snake which is very sharp in its sting, dasta hai wo, or people die. So the villagers are very scared. So from one village to another village, nobody passes through that route, because that snake is going and stinging and biting everyone and doing all these things. So then everybody is scared. So once a saint is coming, a sadhu is coming from that side, and people say, don't go, that snake is there. So but he goes. So when he goes, he meets the snake. The snake doesn't do anything in front of the saint, because the saint is so much in ahimsa that the snake is quiet. So then he speaks to the snake and says, why are you doing this? You're not supposed to do this. And then usko brahma gyan de deta hai wo sadhu. उसको बैठ के गीता सुना देता है, उसको सब कुछ स्क्रिप्चरल ज्ञान दे देता है. एंड देन द स्नेक सेज, ओके ओके, आई विल नेवर, आई अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज अहिंसा, henceforth आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू बी वायलेंट एट ऑल, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू स्टिंग एंड ऑल दिस प्रॉमिस हो जाता है उसका. सो द साधु इज वेरी हैप्पी. विलेजर्स, ही गोज इन सेज, नाउ यू विल पास थ्रू, डोंट वरी. Now after 6 months or something, the saint is passing back through the same village. He sees the snake there, okay. That snake is lying half dead or almost dead. मार के उसका हालत हो गया है. So then they ask, then he goes and asks, what happened to you? Who did this to you? So the snake says, you told me not to sting, not to dasna nahi hai mujhe, I have to be in ahimsa. So the villagers got to know that I am not going to do anything to them. The children come, they throw stones at me, they hit me, and see what has become of me. So that is when the saint says, अरे बाबा, how can you be so foolish? मैंने डसने को ना बोला था, हिस करने को तो ना नहीं बोला था ना. Why did you go away from your very nature? तो the point is don't sting, but at least hiss. तो हम लोग hiss भी नहीं करते, हम लोग चुप हो जाते हैं. So that all these are finer points which we need to know. Hiss is his nature. The snake's nature is to hiss. डराना है खाली कि कोई मेरे को कुछ मत करो, मैं भी तेरे को नहीं करेगा, बात खत्म. So this hissing is a very interesting point that all of us need to know. Like if the boss is pouncing on us, then you are not supposed to take the nonsense that they give in their violence. You are supposed to hiss. You are not supposed to go and abuse them also in return, because then we are no different. But at the same time, अच्छा तू गाली दे, मैं अहिंसावादी, मैं चुपचाप सुनेगा, ऐसा भी नहीं है. थोड़ा सा आवाज़ करना है, हल्का सा, in a nice frame of mind. You say, hello, it's me, the snake that hisses but doesn't sting. So be careful of me also. So we take care, It's not about getting beaten up, okay, but not beating also. So this is something which it will help us till we reach the point of pure ahimsa or something, where such incidents won't happen in our presence. It will take time. So till then, whatever possible we will do, okay. So this was where you need to scold, okay. Scold where required, without malice, without hatred, without out of control anger, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, शांति से you give back what is needed, okay. So that was kindness to love, kindness and love to self and others, okay. Now the stage where we need to reach is total absence of violence within. So the personality should not have any violence, inner violence, रहना ही नहीं चाहिए. That is the ultimate stage where there will be only love. We'll all reach there, okay. So non-harming, ahimsa is equal to non-harming. It's not technically violence, it's non-harming in all aspects of life. Kaya, vacha, manasa, non-harming nature. अंदर से आना चाहिए, hurt नहीं करना है, harm नहीं करना है किसी को भी, ना खुद को ना किसी को, ना कोई भी तरीके से, ना शब्द से, ना एक्शन से. We have to bring that kindness and love. It's very challenging because the people around us may seem like irritating us or shouting at us or troubling us, and कहाँ से लाए यार इतना patience, ऐसा लगता है हम लोग को, because we all face that. But that's the challenge of life. That's the challenge of life. So it's fun also, because when they come, you realize that you still have work left. Because if they don't irritate you, you will feel, arey, I am beyond all this. And then suddenly somebody somewhere will, shake us. So our family members are great because they give us beautiful lessons to learn and adopt the, non-violence part of life. They will come, they will do what they do. The minute they do something, understand, it's my reflection. It's my reflection. I need to cure myself. I need to cure myself. Boss is shouting, anybody is shouting, spouse or anybody, it doesn't matter. They are raising their voice, they are angry. Okay, I am reflecting, more work on myself. But you can hiss. At that moment, you take care of yourself and then work on yourself. So you won't feel beaten up, but at the same time, you will feel motivated enough to work on yourself. Okay, everybody is doing exactly what they should be doing for us to grow into ahimsa. Okay, so basically, what the problem is, we'll cover this completely today, is everywhere, if you see in all schools or wherever we studied or even in the house, nobody trained us for jealousy, nobody trained us for greed, nobody trained us for anger, hatred, violence, koi bhi tarike ka. Nobody, no school is training us for this. ये हम लोग का inbuilt है. Have we thought of this? It's an inbuilt system within us. When we are born, a child who is just born can be so irritating and angry, you know. उसको गुस्सा आ जाता है, बच्चा कुछ फेंकता है, 1 साल का बच्चा इतना गुस्सा हो जाता है अगर उसको कुछ नहीं दिया. कहाँ से आ रहा है ये? किसने सिखाया उसको एंगर? So already सब वो system में fed in है. It's all coming from a inbuilt system already. So lot of things are coming inbuilt within us, even anger. It's already come inbuilt, including love. Love is also there. So all this is an inbuilt system for us. No school is training us to do that. And then it becomes conditioning. It becomes pakka, pakka, pakka for us. You know, it becomes like 100%. Usko istri maar ke aur tight ho gaya wo cheez. So now it's like 100% we are getting conditioned into all these qualities. And the more we see, the more we condition ourselves to the same qualities. Now what happens is, what we are trying to do is, why this happens, that also we need to think. How a 2-year-old, 3-year-old is getting so much anger from within? That is because there is tamas. Now we'll understand tamas, rajas, sattva also. Because tamas is darkness, tamas is ignorance also, avidya. So in the first chapter actually of Patanjali Yoga Sutras, we will have a closed group for that, because it will be actually breaking open more things. It will speak on the kleshas, it will speak on the viparyayas, the antarayas. There are too many things. So there are things in the first chapter which we cannot take now, because already this only I found in the last session for people was very challenging, because nobody wanted to open the cupboard. Everybody was feeling, अरे ये सब मैं थोड़ी हो सकता, I can't be this, she is speaking something, I can't be this. It's very difficult to accept that we can be all this, we can be jealous, we can be whatever. It can come through us, because it's naturally coming through us. Now natural, original nature पे जाना है, we have to turn inwards to original nature, which is love. So for all these veils of whatever we have accumulated, we have to break that. So from tamas we have to move to rajas, and then naturally sattva will come. So now what we will do is understand that whatever is coming, anger, hatred, जो भी आ रहा है, छोटा छोटा भी आ रहा है, irritation है, मन में भी आ रहा है भले, it's coming because I still have some tamas within me. Okay? Now I understand it's ignorance. Ignorance of what? Now this is a deeper thing which if there were 20 people I wouldn't have said. So the ignorance is coming from lack of knowledge of the self. Who I am, we don't know. Right now, as long as I am identifying with me as Naina or me as whoever, I forgot to change the name, it's still showing Akshita Nair. So, so the point is, till the time I think I am Naina, or I think this one is this one is that one, we are stuck in I image. The self-image is what troubles us. The self-image is what makes us, the next point what is we are taking is Satya, allows us to tell the lies, because we are trying to save our self-image. So all these are very fine points. Only when we are ready to work on ourselves, this will be more effective. Okay? So thanks Akshita for changing the name. So this thing we need to remember. I'll tell you a story of Buddha also later on, if there is time. Okay? Now we'll get into Satya. Satya is the next. See, we have to understand ahimsa. Only thing you need to know is I have to keep working on myself. And that is when I see himsa outside and when I feel himsa within me, both show that I need to work on myself. And what is this work on myself? This work on myself is wherein I have to do my chanting, my prayers, my tapasya to finish these veils of ignorance, tamas that is covering me, the self. The self-knowledge is important. If I know who I am, then when somebody is insulting me or saying something rude to me, I know वो तो वो नैना को बोल रहा है, मेरे को थोड़ी बोल रहा है. This we need to remember. अगर कोई कुछ बोल भी रहा है तो they are telling your identity. They cannot tell you. And who is telling you? One identity is telling to another identity. Watch the fun.
Voice कमी बढ़ता है.
Voice is less. Okay, good you told. So I have to switch off the original sound.
Yeah, you can.
Now?
Now
it's better. Yeah, so it was the original sound. I had a doubt about that. Okay, so now it's okay. Okay, so now the Satya, the truth. Okay, so the whole problem is we need to understand that all the things that cover us, all the veils that have been covered are on the self-image. We have, to maintain the self-image, we have taken up not only covers masks actually. So Satya means unmasking. When we want to see the truth, we have to unmask. Now suppose I want to see y'all and y'all are wearing which mask, and something was then it was covering the whole face and everything. Barely we could see anything. If somebody is wearing such a mask and sitting in front of me, I'll never recognize them. So I won't know who it is. So the truth is hidden behind the mask. So all of us are hidden behind masks. Not only for other people, for the self also. So even in the Gita, I had said, हम लोग makeup लगा के सो जाते हैं. We don't recognize ourselves also if we remove the makeup. So we have kept the makeup. So now all of us are wearing masks continuously, since maybe we were a child. We were told, इसके सामने ऐसा करो, उसके सामने ऐसा करो. So naturally we started wearing masks and we forgot who we were. So truth is something to know who I am actually. And the truth that we need, they say ना सच बोलो, सच बोलो, सच बोलो. अभी सच ही बोल रहे हैं सब लोग. उनको पता ही नहीं है वो झूठ बोल रहे हैं. That is the funny part. Most of the people, most of us, when we are saying, the intention is not to lie. Half the time it just slips out of us, trying to cover up our image. And half the time we don't even know what the truth is. What is the truth? How do we know what is truth? There is no way we can know what is the truth. Truth cannot be uttered. We cannot speak the truth. Right now also what I am speaking is not the truth, but it is not a lie also. It's an opinion. So from the opinion, you have to find your truth. So that is the journey. Our entire journey is to find out the truth. So the truth, unmasking truth is the main thing about truth. So what you say to others can be, you see, you need not be rude. What we feel is, I want to tell the truth. That's who I am. So I'm going to tell and I'm going to be rude. So then you are in ahimsa or himsa. Without losing the ahimsa part, we should be able to tell the truth. This is very challenging. This is very challenging. I actually, this session is more challenging than Bhagavad Gita, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was speaking. So it was okay. Krishna बोल रहे हैं ना, अर्जुन को बोल रहे हैं, तो tension नहीं है हम लोग को. Most people would have, 50% people would have said no tension. But now, here there is no Krishna, no. And there is Patanjali. अभी Patanjali कौन है पता नहीं, उसके साथ तो relation नहीं बना सकते. अच्छा तो फिर तो नैना बोल रही है, तो फिर कैसे सुने? तो then it becomes a problem. If Naina is speaking, then there is a judgment. Then there is an attitude change also. Then there is a question mark also कि उसको कैसे पता? मुझे नहीं पता. I will share what I read. I will share what I experience. I will share what I understand. Even in Gita, I did the same. Even here, it will be the same. Only thing is the book is in front, which is the Patanjali Yoga Sutra or the Ashtanga or whatever we are going to, get into. But there is no Bhagwan. There is no Krishna. So without the Krishna, then we cannot relate. It's easier when Krishna says this, we can say, okay, I accept it as the truth. But when Nana says, how should we accept as truth? You should not. Even when Krishna says, Krishna used to say, his mata, in so many shlokas, he has said very clearly, this is my mata, this is my opinion to Arjuna. Same way, whenever anybody speaks, they have to be, the only thing you can find out is the person authentic or no? This much we will know. If the person is authentic, definitely they are speaking their truth. Now, still for you, it is an opinion. So now what you need to do is take the opinion and seek the truth. Each of you have to seek the truth. Don't take the sentences like, chalo bol diya to ho gaya, kind of, aisa nahi rehta hai. Your truth may be different, my truth may be different, or it could be same also. The point here is, listen to your inner voice. It is not the voice of the mind, okay? The mind is plagued with desires, plagued with attachment, and has lot of other paraphernalia around it. But the actual inner voice is very feeble, right behind the mind. It is your inner intelligence which will speak. We have to catch that. We have to reach there. So when the mind speaks, you will know this is the mind. Actually, if you're a little alert, you will know it is the mind. So it means Nisha is asking, there's nothing is right or wrong. It's just facts. Yes. Because what is right for a Gujarati may be wrong for a Malayali. Okay? How do we know? Like you will say कि हम लोग में तो सुबह 4 बजे स्नान करते हैं. मलयाली बोलते नहीं हम लोग 7 बजे स्नान करते हैं. हमारे लिए वही सच है. So ऐसा hundreds of examples will be there. For some people, marriage is like, I think Punjabis and all शाम को होता है शादी. हम लोग में शाम को मुहूर्त ही नहीं निकाल सकते. South Indians में वो सुबह से दोपहर के अंदर मुहूर्त होना चाहिए शादी का. So then they will say this is right and they will say this is right. So there is no right and wrong. Absolutely. But for you, there is a right and wrong within you. It will tell you. It will tell from within you कि नहीं ये मेरे को सही नहीं लग रहा है. But the dunya will say this is सही. You need not follow. You follow your voice. But for that you don't have to fight. You can just say, okay, this doesn't work for me. That's all. So, and if you absolutely need to do it, then you understand that you know what the truth is, but this is necessary, so I'm going to do this. So understand, Lord, this is all self-reflection and self-work only. This is all the 10 sessions. Only then we can get balanced. Otherwise, there is no chance. We can only rush through and try to find out something and not find out. No. So the whole journey of Satya is be authentic, be you, whoever you are. And who you are, you don't know. Nisha had said in one session, I don't know who I am today. It's correct. You don't. Now, most of us don't know. Actually, we feel we know. Most of us don't know actually. So now what we need to do is we have to see who we are one by one. So then I feel, okay, I'm feeling very irritated and angry. Is this me? Check. Is that you? Is that your true nature? How are you? What makes you feel you? When you shout, do you feel you're yourself? Actually, think. When I'm fighting with someone, after some time I feel that was not me. Yaar, pata nahi kya bhoot chad gaya tha. This is what we say. So that bhoot is the mask. I was trying to safeguard my self-image. मेरे को ऐसा बोला, मैं, then I start fighting. So this me is the problem. So trying to safeguard the self-image, we lie also sometimes. So truth is something which is very, very, debatable topic. Like it can be, एक का सच दूसरे का सच होना जरूरी नहीं है. So it is debatable. So truth is something which cannot be said, heard, spoken. Truth can be experienced. That's all. So understand that if you're experiencing it, you know it's the truth. My advice personally will be, try not to lie as far as possible. Okay? First of all, seek the truth within you and then speak. And when you speak, very authentically say, I think this is my opinion, so I think this is my truth. Now it's up to you whether you want to take it or not. This is how we need to speak. We cannot impose on anybody saying, यही सच है, यही कृष्ण ने बोला था, करो. ऐसा नहीं है. They have to think. You tell them, according to Gita, this is what I understood. This is my opinion. Now it's your choice. Everybody deserves to have a choice. Everybody. So the journey here is, Satya is to make yourself as natural as possible. As natural. Go back to your true self. सब मास्क निकालते जाओ, एक के बाद एक निकालो. जो है वो है. Actually, we are beautiful individuals. We are only love. We cannot be what we are trying to show. We are showing things which we are not. We are conditioned with that. We are conditioned with all these qualities. And we have also taken it up, thinking, नहीं नहीं यार, जाने देना, झूठ बोल दे, उसको बुरा लगेगा. Correct है, लेकिन बुरा लगने का जो, if you can say it nicely, please say it nicely. Okay? Somebody is wearing a dress which is not suiting them at all, and we are going to a party, and they come and ask you, how is this? What will we say? अरे बेकार लग रहा है, तो फिर वो रोने लग जाएगा ना. ऐसे नहीं करना है. तो क्या करना है? लेकिन वो, you know, in your heart, the truth is, it doesn't suit the person, and when the person goes to the party, somebody else will say and they will be hurt. I have to save the person because I love the person. But I can't be rude also. Then you have to say, ये अच्छा है, लेकिन वो दूसरा वाला है ना, वो बहुत सूट होता है, वो वाला पहनना. Finish. बात खत्म. You said the truth, and you mask what needs to be masked very nicely with a pure heart. So you have to be very alert when we are speaking. We have to be alert because बोलने में एक गलती हो जाता है. But नहीं तो क्या करते हैं हम लोग? नहीं नहीं, उसको बुरा लगे, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है, बहुत अच्छा. ये भी तो झूठ है. क्योंकि when they end up there and 10 people say 10 things, they will cry. That time you will feel in your heart, अरे बोल देना चाहिए था यार. I should have told the person not to do this or not to wear this or whatever it is. So always try to speak as sensitivity रखते हुए बोलो, not hurting anybody. Okay, if somebody is, maybe overweight or, a lot of things, actually you'll find lots of challenges in the house. You check each time, observe, think for a minute, and then say what you have to say. Somebody is not supposed to eat something. अरे आपको शुगर है ना, आपको नहीं खाना चाहिए. This is not how we are supposed to speak, first of all. So then what we are supposed to do? Give them? No. देना भी नहीं है, बोलना भी है कि you're not supposed to eat this because I care for you. So then you have to, it's a very tricky situation where you have to be alert. And you have to say that, ये sweet इतना कुछ अच्छा नहीं है आपके लिए, very nicely you have to say, आप ये वाला खा लो. Something like that. Try to cover up, try to be very sweet, okay, in this situation, because the person is already in tension, already in maybe, not in the knowledge path. So they will be all in a mess. So then that time you have to be more alert, more careful, more wise actually. We have to be wise. So that way, and always remember, am I getting into violence by speaking so harshly? I need to scold. Okay, then let me prepare my mind, the frame of mind, remove all the anger and whatever is there, feel love, and then scold the person. Because scolding to hota hi hai as parents, wherever needed, we have to scold. We can't say, no, as a boss or whatever, as an employer. Or suppose there is a maid coming to your house, वो कुछ अतरंगी कुछ भी कर रहे हैं, तो हम लोग को जोर जोर से डांटना नहीं है, लेकिन जो बोलना है वो बोल देना है. We have to say what we have to say. As lovingly, as sweetly as possible, say it. We have to cultivate this habit, because the more harsh we are and the more rude we are destroying ourselves. But that doesn't mean, like I said, keep quiet. जहाँ change लाना है, change लाना है. जहाँ बोलना है, अच्छे से बोलना है. नफरत नहीं रखो दिल में. बस ये याद रखो कि नफरत नहीं होना है. No hatred at all. Come what में. गुस्सा आता है, या क्यों गुस्सा आ रहा है? क्योंकि वो आइडेंटिटी नहीं, ये आइडेंटिटी के हिसाब से नहीं चला. बस. The identity is a clash with another identity. That's all you need to remember. The minute you know this person is shouting at my identity, be very clear. लगे रहो, मेरे को लगने वाला नहीं है. Very clearly. And when you feel, okay, this person is going to harm the self by, trying to shout at me, that time you say, okay, that's enough. I had enough. Very nicely you should be able to say. Always remember, जो बोला जा रहा है, जो दुख दिया जा रहा है, जो दुख आ रहा है, वो सब आइडेंटिटी पे आ रहा है, मेरे पे नहीं आ रहा है. I am not that identity. And जो दे रहे हैं वो भी वो आइडेंटिटी नहीं है. They are not that identity. We are all one. We are all one. We need to understand from that space. The self-image is the one which will make us do all these things. We have to start reducing or cutting off the self-image that we have created. Most of us are lying to our own selves, sadly. So the truth, most importantly, is I speaking my own truth to myself. Like when Nisha had said in a session that I don't know who I am. So she had spoken the truth to herself actually. That she doesn't find herself somewhere, she feels she is lost. So this is how we start off, telling the truth to yourself. Otherwise we can keep fooling ourselves all our lives. Forget about others. Forget about others. We can fool ourselves that no, I am like this. No, I am this. No, I am this. And we keep making all these stories, and somewhere we get trapped in that. And one fine day, if we realize that, okay, I have been living a bundle of lies myself, nobody knows. Nobody knows outside me that all this is a lie. So that means I was wearing so many masks and only I knew and nobody knew. And I also understood now. We are unmasking. Through these sessions, what we are doing is we are unmasking. So that means when you think of Durvasa and all those sages, jo bol diya wo ho gaya, kind of, Sat Bachan, ye kyun hota hai? Because they are constantly in a state of truth with themselves. When a person is in constant truth with themselves, okay, that time unke muh se jo nikalta wo sach ho jata. So they have to be very careful what they utter. So ये ऋषि लोग जो बोलते थे ना, बोलते अरे आपने बोला तो सच हो गया, एक्चुअली उन्होंने बोला करके हुआ वो, ऐसा भी होता है. वो जो बोलते वो सच हो जाता है. Because they come from that space of truth. That's all. उन लोग ने जो भी बोला होगा, लेकिन they function from a space of purity, pure consciousness. So they reflect the truth actually. They don't even speak. They reflect the truth. So that's very important that we all need to work on ourselves to reach that stage where we feel, totally like pure and, such jo hai, mujhe dikh raha hai, mera sach kya hai. Enough. If suppose I am greedy, then I should know I am greedy inside. Doesn't matter, we don't declare, but I know. मेरे को ना बात बात पे गुस्सा आता है, मेरे नाक पे गुस्सा चढ़ा रहता है, ये मुझे पता है. तो that doesn't mean कि बोल के हम लोग को कुछ अच्छा उसमें हासिल होने वाला है, but I have to work on myself because that's not working good for me. That gussa is not good for me. Forget others. So this whole journey is for ourselves, okay? So remember that even Swamiji, na, what I loved about Swamiji was, Swamiji सुबह ये बना के लाया आपके लिए, हाँ ठीक है. फिर स्वामी जी आपको ये मेरे को ये आपके लिए बनाना है, आपको ये पसंद है ना, whatever we say, ऐसे बोलो वैसे बोलो, he'll say सत्वचन. ये जो उनका सत्वचन था, it was so cute, हम लोग कुछ भी बोलेंगे बोले सत्वचन. तो then I'll tell, like suppose it was Shalini, so I'll say शालू और मैं हम लोग आपस में शेयर करेंगे, whatever we say, like knowledge points ये वो, he'll say सत्वचन. हर चीज के लिए वो बोलते हैं ना नहीं बोले. And he had told Akshita also, say yes, become the yes boss. Nisha, I didn't read the chat. 1 minute. So ये जो सत्वचन है, ये उनके बोलने से सच हो जाता है. तो ये हम लोग को, because he would function from a space of purity. How to know what's the truth, from where to start to know the truth? Okay, we won't know the truth by conveying of any message. You will know your truth. For that, you have to work on yourself by sitting in meditation, sitting quietly, writing a diary. Journaling is beautiful. Actually, if you can, when I was till I think school, college, I used to write the diary. Diary writing is very good. because we don't have to tell anyone, but I can pour out everything that I felt, and everything, whatever was nonsense was inside, is thrown out. So डायरी राइटिंग कर लो, खुद के बारे में नहीं तो बैठ के रिफ्लेक्ट करो. One more thing what you can do is, from when you're sleeping at night, सुबह से रात तक क्या हुआ पूरा play it like a film, okay, without entangling with any incident, no incident. Okay, like you'll say, I get up in the morning and then I brush my teeth, essay, har cheez. Then my mother-in-law said this, and then why she told like that? Yay, nature karna hai. She told this, I told that, and this happened, and this, like an incident, tuck, 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 and then you can finish the story and sleep off. Either you write it or you reflect it. Reflecting में क्या problem हो जाता है? You will go into some zone, entangling. He shouldn't have said that. Oh, then maybe, oh, we didn't pay the bill, and then you're gone somewhere else. See, we don't know where the mind will take us. We have to be very alert. So if you're writing, then there is a chance, but less chance of you drifting away much. Because even if you drift, you can quickly catch yourself, write bill on the side and take care of it later on, but you can continue the train of thoughts. So start writing. Eventually you'll reach your truth. Eventually. And it will be your absolute truth. And you will be so confident that koi kuch bhi bolega to you can't be shaken after that. Because it's your truth. It's not isne bola, usne bola, Krishna ne bola, Gita ne bola. Mujhe lag raha hai. This is my truth. I feel this. So once you feel this, nobody can challenge you. Nobody. And it will come from a pure intelligence, space of pure intelligence. And when you see it, you will know there is no violence in this. There is nothing in this. So violence, non-violence basically, and truth go together, that's why. Because you can't tell the truth, okay, without being in ahimsa. When you tell a lie, it's already himsa. So be very careful to tally these two together when you walk. इसको साथ साथ लेके चलो, ahimsa and satya, ahimsa satya. When you're doing one, check the other. When you're doing satya, check ahimsa. Non-violence है कि violence है, ये सब समझना है, खुद को समझना है. It's self-reflection. So don't worry on this part, okay? And Patanjali is a person, is a sage, is a maharshi who does not go around beating the bush. उसको ऐसा नहीं है, तुझे बुरा लग रहा है, ठीक है, मैं इसको अच्छा से फ्रेम करके बोलेगा, नहीं. He is cutthroat, clear, precise, shabd, only words. That is why we needed somebody to expound. क्योंकि he will just say ahimsa. अभी क्या समझना है उससे? ऐसा हो गया. So ऐसे हर चीज उन्होंने बोला अविद्या है, अविद्या, अस्मिता, राग, द्वेष, अभिनिवेश, पंच क्लेश, हो गया सूत्र. अभी क्या करने का? ये 5 क्लेश है, किसका? फिर he will say मन का. फिर मन का पूरा, it's beautiful, we'll take the first chapter afterwards. So then he doesn't beat around the bush. What we are currently doing is Raja Yoga. What we are understanding, Patanjali leads by the 3rd chapter, it leads to Raja Yoga, kingly yoga. So what is Raja Yoga? Raja Yoga is where the body, mind, spirit are actually addressed properly, actually addressed. So all the 8 limbs, though they are set as steps, work together. So you cannot be in meditation without the yama niyama. And without the yama niyama, you can't meditate. तो ऐसा गोल गोल घूमता रहेगा. तो यम नियम चाहिए मेडिटेशन के लिए, यम नियम समझने के लिए भी मेडिटेशन चाहिए. So we have to start that meditation process. Raja Yoga, everybody thought is only meditating, but it is eventually meditation. So you do all these ashtangas are very important, very, very important. Asana need not be the Kapotasana or the Shirsasana. No. Asana could be just Sukhasana. But we should be able to sit still without moving. It could be just a Dandasana, Vajrasana, whatever is possible. जो आसन आता है उसमें बैठ जाओ. But we should be unmoving. We should be able to sit in one place without getting those, क्या है, cramps and mungi and all that we see. अरे मेरे को ना, I want to move my leg. It's kind of gone stiff. I can't get up. What used to happen is हम लोग lunch को बैठेंगे, प्रसाद चालू रहेगा, everybody sitting, फिर when I say come on get up, ये रुक मेरा पाँव में मूंगी है, मेरे को उठने नहीं हो रहा है, 5 मिनट रुक. So that means 20 मिनट में हम लोग एक जगह नहीं बैठ पा रहे. So that means we need to work on ourselves. Okay, every day we need to sit down and eat. So one day when we eat in a feast, we can sit for 10 minutes more. So work on yourselves. Basic sitting, your basic posture, very important. Okay, that we'll get into later on. But this is Raja Yoga, very scientifically expounded all through the 196 sutras, but rational and emotional dono hai. It's rational and emotional. It's very logical and at the same time emotional also, whatever he is saying. So be careful of this also. Another thing is to understand and take in Patanjali and his, entire sutras. It needs a courageous spirit. It can't, what we felt was बहुत simple है. Gita ज़्यादा difficult है. I'm not comparing the scripture. I'm telling it because we have done it. And there are many others, Vashishta hai, Ashtavakra hai, a lot of scriptures which even I may have gone through, Kathopanishad. But the point is, here what he's saying is, do this, do this, do this. He's not arguing, he's not discussing. He's just throwing it on us. Do this, and you're done. Do this, and your mind is taken care of. Itna fatafat, he's throwing it on us, and we are not prepared. Krishna says to Arjuna, you can't do this, then do this. You can't do this, then do this. He's very sweet. Patanjali बोलते हैं मैं sweet नहीं है, मैं sour भी नहीं है, मैं खट्टा भी नहीं है, मैं कड़वा भी नहीं है. मैं जो है वो है. Finish. That's Patanjali. I am as I am. Take me or leave me, it's your problem. As crude and as straight as that. So anybody who understands that straight language will enjoy this session. But anybody who is unable to take it would want some cover-ups. So usually I'll try to be what I am, but we can't cover too much in this session. Whatever is there, as it is, the truth will be revealed. And Patanjali is somebody who is as it is. And we all need to be in a place where we are as we are. As we are. That's the truth. Without any mask, मैं जो हूँ वो हूँ खुद के लिए. अगर हम डरावने हैं तो हम पहले खुद को देख के डर जाएंगे. पहले दूसरों को मत डराओ. पहले हम खुद को देखेंगे, थोड़ा डर जाएंगे, फिर थोड़ा सुधार लेंगे खुद को, समझ जाएंगे. See, nobody is scary actually. Only the coverings are scary. Believe me. क्योंकि भीतर जो है ना शुद्ध चैतन्य, we are all truth. We are all pure, we are all love. But to reach there, it's a bit raw. So it will be, we'll be going through masks which are gory, maybe horrible. We don't know. So we'll remove those masks one by one. Imagine, apna ye 24 hours wala mask ही गंदा लगता है. You have to wash it or throw it. तो हम लोग कितने सालों से एटलीस्ट जन्म छोड़ो एटलीस्ट यही इसमें सालों से मास्क पहने हुए. It's all gone. You have to just start throwing them. That's why it's looking bad. Okay, that's why it's looking ugly. That's why it's looking horrible. Actually, what lies within is pure. But usko pahunchna hai. So pahunchne ke time, you can wear gloves. Okay, wear gloves and remove all the masks. So that haath mein kuch nahi lagega. So we remove the masks, we throw away the masks, we unmask, and we reveal the truth. That is who we are. So for this, start speaking the truth to yourself. This is my way of doing it. Forget others, it will come or not come as required you do. Like अभी कोई बंदूक लेके दरवाजे पे खड़ा है, बोले तो अकेली है, मैं बोलेगी नहीं मेरे भाई, पति, पिता सब लोग है घर में. Obviously I have to save myself, so I'm going to tell him the lie. I'm not saying मैं अकेली हूँ, आजा बंदूक लेके. No, that doesn't work. So when such situations come and you have to give a lie, it's not a lie, it's a truth to save yourself. So that and all is not counted in these incidents. So don't worry. The truth is to yourself. Can you tell the truth to yourself? That's what is the question. Think about it till next session. Okay, can you tell the truth to yourself? Only yourself, nobody. I am this, I am this, I am this. This is what I am seeing of myself. Jealousy is coming out of me. Oh God, this was within me. Okay, I have to work on myself. No, I can't be jealous. Will never help you. Okay? So speak the truth to yourself. With this, we'll close the session. Speaking the truth to yourself. Who's going to say the Shanti mantra? If nobody is in a mood, Akshita can say it. Akshita, are you there? Or did you join your other session? Okay, say the Shanti mantra before you join.
Okay.
So we'll close the session, okay?
Eyes closed. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone. Love you all and stay blessed. It's a long session. Next time, so we'll take more questions. Hopefully, more people also. It doesn't matter. Bye bye. See you. Have fun. Love you all. Bye bye.